Good morning, faculty and students. It is a great honor to be here today to share our explorations and practices in the digital transformation of higher education. I will present a case study that we have personally implemented and found deeply meaningful, the application of the Xueyin online platform in digital blended education, with a particular focus on the initiatives at Weifang University of Science and Technology. My presentation is titled Beyond the Lectern. This title embodies our belief teaching should no longer be confined to a physical lectern or a fixed class schedule. In our vision, learning should transcend space, devices, and time, flowing seamlessly. Next, I will take you through why we embarked on this journey, what we have built, how we implemented it, and the results we have achieved so far. This agenda outlines the framework for our thinking and actions. We'll begin with the research context, the real-world challenges that have compelled us to embark on the path of digital transformation. Next, I'll provide a comprehensive overview of the Xueyin platform itself. Following that, I'll break down in detail the 4 specific application models we've deployed on campus. Then, I'll present our results and data, including both hard metrics and soft impacts. Finally, I'll share our outlook for the future and our strategic direction. So, let's start at the very beginning, why change is not only desirable but also essential. Traditional offline teaching has served us well for centuries, but it carries 4 systemic limitations that we can no longer ignore. First, spatial and temporal limits. Learning is locked inside fixed classrooms and rigid schedules. If a student has a sudden inspiration at midnight, or if a visiting expert is overseas, the physical classroom becomes a barrier, not a bridge. Second, we lack real-time insights. Instructors rely on manual observation and gut feeling. We cannot instantly know who is lost, who is bored, or who has already mastered the concept. Third, self-paced study is severely restricted. Outside class hours, students have very few structured channels for meaningful review or preview. Fourth, resource sharing is inefficient. Excellent course materials sit in departmental silos. A brilliant PPT in one faculty never reaches another. These 4 barriers combined create a ceiling on educational quality. And that ceiling is what we set out to break. When we visualize these barriers, we see a clear digital divide across our campuses. On one side, we have fragmented and passive interaction, isolated tools like standalone live streams that do not talk to each other, leading to a one-way, disengaged experience. Students watch, but they do not participate. On the other side, we have an inefficient resource ecosystem. Disjointed repositories force teachers to reinvent the wheel every semester, wasting institutional time and money. The logical conclusion is a pressing demand for a unified edtech platform, one single, seamless environment that brings together course delivery, interaction, resource management, and analytics. That demand is exactly what gave birth to our project. Our research was guided by one primary objective: to explore the practical value of the Xueyin platform in resolving the critical pain points of higher education, especially the lack of interactive digital teaching and the inefficiency of cross-institutional resource sharing. Our secondary objectives were threefold. First, to deconstruct the platform's core features and architecture. Second, to identify effective blended learning models. And third, to measure the actual impact on teaching innovation and student performance. The significance is clear. For educators, we provide actionable insights and reduced administrative load. For students, we offer adaptive, self-paced, immersive journeys. And for institutions, we deliver a scalable blueprint for digital campus transformation. This is not just about technology, it is about people and systems working better together. Before we go further, let us clarify 4 foundational concepts. First, educational technology, or edtech, is not just gadgets. It is the thoughtful application of digital tools to facilitate, enhance, and optimize every aspect of teaching and learning. Second, blended learning, a hybrid model that merges face-to-face classroom instruction with online activities, leveraging the strengths of both to offer flexibility and personalized pathways. Third, online teaching platforms are digital ecosystems that deliver content, enable real-time interaction, and streamline administration, from attendance to assessment. And fourth, Xueyin Online, developed by Xueyin, is our chosen platform, an all-in-one solution that integrates intelligent course building, live and recorded teaching, automated assessment, big data analytics, and full-process credit management. With these terms clear, let us now look at the platform itself. We now move to the second major part of our presentation, a deep dive into the Xueyin Online platform. This is more than a piece of software. It is an entire ecosystem designed to connect knowledge seekers with quality resources, anytime and anywhere. Xueyin Online is not merely a live broadcast or video hosting tool. It is an integrated educational ecosystem that supports the entire teaching and learning lifecycle, from course creation all the way to credit recognition. It offers robust course construction tools for building rich, interactive digital content. It provides a complete online assessment suite with automated grading. Behind the scenes, a powerful big data analysis engine tracks learning behaviors and outcomes. And critically, it includes a credit bank system that recognizes and transfers learning achievements formally. For educators, this means intelligent auxiliary functions that reduce routine workload. For learners, it means 24/7 mobile access, personalized paths, and engaging content. This dual empowerment is the heart of the platform. A powerful platform is useless if it is not user-friendly. That is why we prioritized clarity and accessibility in the interface design. Each institution gets an exclusive branded entrance. For example, Weifang Institute of Technology has its own dedicated portal, seamlessly integrated with our school identity. Once inside, the intuitive dashboard hub acts as a command center. It displays school notices, featured courses, learning analytics, and teacher workspaces, giving every user a comprehensive overview at a glance. The entire experience is built around user-centric design, clean, logical navigation that minimizes the learning curve. Our goal was simple: let educators teach and students learn without technical friction. The platform was built around 4 core objectives. First, streamline administrative workflow, automate scheduling, grading, and assignments so teachers can focus on teaching instead of paperwork. Second, advance blended teaching models, seamlessly integrate online and offline activities, empowering educators to design interactive, hybrid lessons. Third, empower student autonomy, enable anytime, anywhere learning across devices so students can revisit content and practice at their own rhythm. And fourth, open sharing of quality resources, build a collaborative repository that encourages cross-departmental cooperation and resource reuse. These 4 pillars support everything we do on this platform. From the teacher's perspective, the platform is a powerful workspace. The course building and editing function allows instructors to construct rich online courses using diverse media, videos, documents, audio, and interactive elements, all through an intuitive internal editor. Once a course is approved, it auto-syncs to the Xueyin Online portal, making all learning materials instantly accessible to enrolled students. Teachers can also manage comprehensive teaching operations, oversee enrollments, publish announcements, assign previews and homework, and track student progress in real time. Finally, the online testing and analytics module lets teachers create customizable quizzes and generate detailed performance reports to guide their instructional decisions. This is not just convenience, it is precision teaching. For students, the experience is equally rich. They have multiple access points. They can log in via the mobile Xueyin app or the web portal, ensuring 24/7 access across devices. Inside the platform, They engage with interactive core activities, high-quality video lectures, interactive quizzes and assignments, and vibrant peer discussions. But what truly sets this apart is the personalized learning journey. Each student can monitor their real-time academic progress and grades, receive smart reminders for upcoming deadlines, and access personalized analytics. This transforms the learner from a passive recipient into an active manager of their own education. Now, let me highlight 4 key features that make this platform truly powerful. The first is HD live streaming with cloud recording. We conduct real-time live classes with crystal-clear video and audio, using screen sharing and an interactive whiteboard to replicate the dynamism of a physical classroom. But perhaps more importantly, every session is automatically recorded and stored securely in the cloud, with no manual setup required. Immediately after class, recordings are ready for instant access. This ensures uninterrupted learning. No student is ever left behind. Recordings serve as a permanent knowledge bank for revision, catching up on missed lessons and deepening conceptual understanding. The core value here is a hybrid model that combines the interactivity of live teaching with the flexibility of on-demand content. The second key feature is a suite of rich interactive tools that transform passive learning into dynamic engagement. Random Roll Call randomly selects participants to answer questions, promoting equal engagement and keeping the entire classroom attentive. Group discussion features facilitate small group collaboration in dedicated virtual breakout rooms, encouraging peer-to-peer learning and deeper dialogue. Questionnaires and voting allow instructors to run real-time polls and surveys to instantly assess comprehension and turn formative assessments into interactive games. Finally, the instant Q&A space gives students a dedicated area to submit, upvote, and discuss questions in real time, while instructors can address queries immediately, clarifying doubts on the spot. Together, these tools ensure that every student is involved, whether in live sessions or collaborative activities. The third feature, and perhaps the most transformative, is Big Data Learning Analysis. The system automatically tracks comprehensive learning metrics, study duration, course completion rates, video engagement progress, and interaction frequency in forums and quizzes. This data is then synthesized into personalized learning portraits for each student, detailed profiles that map individual learning habits, highlight academic strengths, and pinpoint areas for improvement. Armed with these insights, instructors can practice data-driven teaching optimization, identifying struggling students early, adjusting teaching strategies dynamically, and providing precise, personalized academic support. The analytics dashboard gives us a bird's-eye view of class performance and granular student data, turning raw numbers into actionable teaching strategies. The fourth key feature is the massive resource library combined with a credit bank system. The library offers thousands of high-quality, interdisciplinary open courses covering arts, STEM, engineering, and vocational majors. This diverse ecosystem fosters cross-disciplinary thinking and broadens academic horizons. But what truly validates online learning is the accredited credit accumulation system. When students complete a course, their achievements convert to formal academic credits, which are securely recorded in the National Credit Bank. This bridges the gap between informal digital learning and formal qualifications, supporting further education or career advancement. This framework empowers lifelong learning. It incentivizes continuous skill upgrading at any stage of life, aligning perfectly with the vision of a sustainable learning society. We have now covered the what and the why of the platform. Next, let us move to part 3, the how. I will introduce 4 innovative pedagogical frameworks through which we integrated Xueyin Online's digital resources with our offline classroom dynamics at Weifang Institute of Technology. Here is a quick overview of the 4 models we adopted. Model 1 is the blended flipped classroom. Students learn core content online before class, then engage in interactive discussions and problem-solving during face-to-face sessions. Model 2 is SBOC Internal Teaching, a small-scale, private online course environment for campus-wide use, fostering a closed, interactive academic community. Model 3 is Online Assessment Management, a full suite of digital evaluation tools with automated grading, instant feedback, and detailed analytics. Model 4 is Credit Accumulation and Certification, a unified credit bank system that recognizes diverse learning achievements and supports flexible academic pathways. Let us explore each model in greater detail. The blended flipped classroom inverts the traditional teaching structure. In the pre-class phase, teachers release curated preview videos and readings on Xueyin Online. Students engage with these materials independently to grasp core concepts, building a solid foundation for in-class interaction. During the in-class phase, we leverage live interactive tools such as voting, quizzes, and random roll calls to check understanding. The instructor then facilitates peer discussions, group activities, and hands-on problem-solving to deepen learning. In the post-class phase, we assign targeted online exercises, projects, or reflective journals to consolidate learning. The platform tracks progress and closes the feedback loop, informing future instruction. This model shifts the classroom from passive listening to active, collaborative construction of knowledge. Let me bring this to life with a real example from a university-level, educational technology course. In pre-class, students watched a 15-minute video lecture on blended learning theories and completed an online quiz on Xueyin to build their foundational knowledge. In the in-class session, we used random roll call to stimulate interactive discussions, followed by group work where students design their own blended learning activity using the platform's collaboration tools. In the post-class stage, groups submitted their proposals online, and the teacher provided detailed feedback and grades through the platform, thus closing the loop. The key outcome was clear. We maximized face-to-face interaction, shifted from passive listening to active learning, and cultivated deeper understanding through practical application. Model 2 is SBC Internal Teaching, which stands for Small Private Online Course. The core concept is an exclusive online learning model designed for specific student cohorts within a single institution or program. It bridges the flexibility of online education with the focused, small group dynamics of traditional seminars. It offers exclusive access. Colleges can create dedicated private courses accessible only to their registered students, ensuring a secure, controlled environment tailored to internal academic requirements. It enables targeted teaching. Content is meticulously aligned with the institution's own curriculum and professional objectives, supporting highly specialized learning paths. And it enhances interaction. Smaller class sizes foster meaningful engagement between instructors and peers, with real-time feedback and a collaborative community that mirrors the best aspects of a traditional seminar. Model 3 is Online Assessment Management. This module seamlessly manages the complete assessment lifecycle, from designing and distributing diverse evaluations to automated grading and insightful feedback. It supports diverse question formats, multiple choice, true/false, short answer, and essays, catering to different learning objectives and cognitive skill levels. It provides automated objective grading, instantly scoring objective questions with 100% accuracy, drastically reducing manual work and allowing educators to focus on detailed feedback for subjective responses. For high-stakes exams, we use secure, proctored exams with randomized question pools, strict time limits, browser lockdown, and AI monitoring to ensure fairness. Finally, the centralized submission system integrates plagiarism detection to verify originality and uphold academic standards. This creates a trustworthy, streamlined environment for both educators and learners. Let me expand on two critical subfeatures of this model. First, automated grading instantly scores objective answers against the instructor-defined key and delivers results to students immediately. This reduces administrative burdens, accelerates feedback loops, and allows teachers to focus on high-impact activities rather than manual marking. Second, the plagiarism checking tool scans every submission against a global database of academic papers and web resources. It generates detailed similarity reports, flagging potential matches. This tool upholds academic integrity, fosters originality, and ensures that every student is evaluated fairly. Together, these two features save time and build trust, two essential ingredients in any assessment system. The fourth model is credit accumulation and certification. This model formalizes online learning achievements by aligning them with formal academic credit systems. The platform offers credit-bearing courses that mirror the rigor and value of traditional classroom-based coursework. Earned credits are securely stored in the National Credit Bank, ensuring long-term validity and seamless transferability between educational institutions. Upon completion, students receive tangible, industry-recognized certificates that facilitate degree completion, credit transfers, and career advancement. This formal recognition enhances motivation and value. Learners see a direct link between their online efforts and tangible career or academic outcomes. It also creates flexible learning pathways, allowing credits to be accumulated over time and transferred, supporting a more adaptable, personalized, and lifelong educational journey. That concludes the overview of the model. Now we'll move on to the results and discussion section. In this section, we'll analyze the data-driven insights, instructional transformations, and practical impacts observed on the Xueyin platform. Our application outcomes are visible in four major dimensions. First, we achieved enhanced teaching efficiency, streamlined administrative workflows, and data-driven analytics significantly reduced teacher workload and enabled more precise lesson planning and assessment. Second, we saw improved student engagement, boosted by live interactive tools, real-time quizzes, and flexible online-offline paths that create a more dynamic and immersive educational experience. Third, we promoted resource sharing, establishing a centralized, high-quality digital hub that breaks down information silos between departments and facilitates the efficient creation, curation, and sharing of courseware. Fourth, we supported personalized learning, adaptive assessments, and one-on-one feedback mechanisms empowered students to learn at their own pace and receive targeted support. These four outcomes validate our overall approach. Let us look at the numbers that back these claims. We achieved an 89% average video completion rate, indicating high engagement with core content. Weekly platform usage averaged 6.8 hours, reflecting consistent learning interaction. The quiz attempt rate reached 92%, showing a strong commitment to self-assessment. And forum participation stood at 78%, demonstrating active peer learning and discussion. But these numbers are not just vanity metrics. We use big data to track learning behaviors, from video consumption to assignment patterns, uncovering deep insights into habits and trends that inform better course design. The system also automatically identifies at-risk students by flagging signs of disengagement, such as low activity or missed deadlines. This enables early intervention, offering targeted support, resources, or mentorship to help students get back on track. Finally, the data informs pedagogical shifts. Quiz performance and assignment outcomes reveal common misconceptions, allowing instructors to adjust lesson plans, re-emphasize key concepts, or provide supplementary materials. This turns teaching into a responsive, evidence-based practice. Beyond the numbers, we observed a qualitative shift in interaction. Online discussion forums and interactive tools create a less intimidating environment, empowering quieter students to ask questions and share ideas freely, which they might hesitate to do in a traditional classroom with 50 peers watching. Features like random roll call and live polling ensure increased participation. They actively encourage all students to contribute, shifting the dynamic from being dominated by a vocal few to involving the entire class. Most importantly, these social features nurture community building. Discussion zones become vibrant spaces where students learn from peers, exchange insights, and collectively contribute to a supportive learning ecosystem. The key takeaway is simple. By creating inclusive spaces and leveraging interactive technology, we transform passive listening into active, collaborative learning for everyone. We also made significant strides in resource sharing. The centralized repository systematically stores and organizes diverse teaching materials, consolidating fragmented resources into an easily accessible, structured archive for educators. This encourages collaboration, streamlining the sharing of courseware and lesson plans, fosters a culture of peer learning, reduces redundant work, and enriches teaching practices through collective expertise. Enhanced discoverability through intelligent search tools and structured categorization makes it effortless for teachers and students to find high-quality, curriculum-aligned resources that match specific learning goals. Finally, by spotlighting excellence, featuring curated sections that highlight top-rated courses and exemplary materials, we set quality benchmarks and motivate educators to create even more impactful content. This virtuous cycle of sharing and improving is a lasting benefit of the platform. Of course, no transformation is without challenges. We encountered 3 major ones. First, the digital divide and literacy, uneven access to reliable internet, and varying digital proficiency among students and educators. We mitigated this by offering free digital literacy workshops and optimizing the platform for low bandwidth use, including offline download features for video content. Second, academic integrity. Remote assessments are vulnerable to cheating. We implemented AI proctoring tools and randomized question banks, and shifted our assessment design to focus more on critical thinking and application rather than rote memorization. Third, asynchronous motivation. Self-paced environments require high self-discipline, which can lead to procrastination. We incorporated gamification elements, badges, leaderboards, and clear milestones, and fostered a sense of community through regular virtual check-ins and interactive forums. The key insight is that by addressing these challenges head-on with technology and creativity, we transform obstacles into stepping stones for a more inclusive educational future. We have now reached the final part of our presentation, Part 5, Conclusion and Future Outlook. Let me synthesize the key insights from our journey and share where we are headed next. In conclusion, Xueyin Online is much more than a technological tool. It acts as a catalyst for digital transformation, reshaping the very foundations of teaching and learning in higher education to drive systemic innovation. It directly tackles the rigidities of traditional classrooms by providing flexible, on-demand learning opportunities, fostering dynamic interactions, and streamlining the sharing of high-quality educational resources. It empowers educators with intelligent analytics and AI-enhanced tools, while simultaneously giving students tailored, interactive experiences that cater to individual needs and boost engagement. And importantly, the successful implementation at Weifang Institute of Technology serves as a proven, adaptable blueprint, a valuable model that other institutions can adopt and adapt to deploy effective blended education strategies. Our experience proves that with the right platform and mindset, digital transformation is not only possible, it is powerfully effective. Looking to the future, we envision a borderless educational ecosystem where technology dissolves geographical barriers and high-quality learning becomes a universal right, not a privilege. Our first strategic direction is AI-driven evolution. We are leveraging advanced AI to deliver hyper-personalized learning paths and even deeper analytics, providing actionable insights that optimize teaching and learning outcomes in real time. Second, we are expanding horizons beyond academia. We plan to extend the platform to vocational training, corporate upskilling, and lifelong learning, catering to diverse needs across all life stages. Third, we aim to build a global knowledge hub, connecting institutions and learners worldwide to share resources, cultures, and expertise across borders. Finally, we are actively working on policy and standards, strengthening credit transfer systems, and establishing universal quality benchmarks to validate online learning and ensure its global recognition. This is not a distant dream. It is our roadmap for the coming years. Thank you all for your time, your attention, and your thoughtful engagement throughout this presentation. I hope this case study has given you both practical insights and inspiration for your own digital education journeys. Now, I would be delighted to hear your questions, your insights, or any ideas you would like to discuss. Please feel free to ask. Let us open the floor for a fruitful Q&A session. Thank you.